Hi, I'm Victor Vogel. For those of you who follow me on my YouTube channel, LinkedIn, and Facebook, you know that I post podcasts, replies, comments, and post in general on leadership development and interpersonal communication effectiveness for leaders. It's been a lot of years and a lot of time of my life helping leaders improve their effectiveness, and I found these tools to be pretty useful in those areas. So I really enjoy those comments. I enjoy those activities here online and social media. I am a leadership consultant. I am not a podcaster. So uh, I very much enjoy the engagement of one on one and the interaction I get. So when people ask to chat with me and spend time with me, I openly enjoy doing that. In July of uh, 2024, I introduced a new leadership paradigm model, a change process, if you will, something I feel is important for us to do and change in the organization world today. It's important because what's happening to us today is changing how we interact. The workforce is changing, how we communicate. It used to be I would fly out and spend days and weeks with my clients when I was consulting. Now we're doing this virtually, and the technology allows it to be almost the same, not quite, but almost the same. So in July, I introduced a new model for leadership change, a new paradigm for leadership, if you will. It's called Renaissance Leadership Odyssey. This program consists of three major components that leaders must master to be effective Renaissance leader and cope with all they're going to have to deal with over the next decade. In Renaissance Leadership Odyssey, the first component, and the one that I have and teach, is how to effectively communicate with your employees and with other individuals so that you can be influential. And with your employees, you can inspire them to be motivated to allow you to lead them. The second area is psychology. And in this area, this is an area for 4 decades we have failed to develop people, develop leaders, if you will. It allows leaders the time to discover who they are, what they're about, where they came from, how they think, and how they can learn how to manage how they think. This is critical because it allows leaders to develop what I call a leadership psychological profile. This tells you a little bit how you would use what you learn in leadership skills effectively and how you will interrelate with your organization, your people, and frankly, yourself as you're designing what you need to do as a leader. It's a very important area. Time we haven't really spent. It takes more than just a week course, a year, or something like that. This is real deep introspective thought about yourself and understanding yourself. It will go a long ways to helping you connect with your people. And thirdly, the last area is that ability to apply effectively the emotional intelligence skill sets that we know are the things that employees look for in organizations and leaders. So, those three elements are three elements you have to master as a leader. And these are not negotiable. They're not, you can do one and not the other. You have to be able to master all three And within the Renaissance Leadership Odyssey model that I use to change leadership in organizations, uh, a leader needs to learn these all simultaneous, sort of like taking three college courses in a semester. It each of these courses run uh, anywhere from 12 weeks to 6, 7 weeks, somewhere in that area. And they can continue to be ongoing in terms of development after that. But the basics, what really you need to get mastered, it takes somewhere in the neighborhood of 2, 3, 4 months, maybe even 6 months, depending on how engaged you become in the process and who you are, to grasp all of these concepts effectively and be able to turn around and truly actually implement them in the organization so there's significant impact and be within the organization with your people whom you're leading. This leads to higher engagement. It leads to uh, more satisfaction between leader of employees with leaders and their organization. So all of this I kind of describe in this book. Well, I don't kind of, I do describe in this book to include a brief explanation of how you need to roll this out. It is something that will be customized to every organization, but at least there's an outline, a blueprint on how to go about that and what it's all about and why those three component parts are the critical parts that I chose to make sure that a leader of the future is able to cope with all that you're going to deal with in the future. Now, this book is available in a platform that I've set up called Buy Me a Coffee. I didn't put it on Amazon, Apple, or any of the other major outlets that give you millions of exposures, I guess. Uh, I've not found those to be all that successful anyway. Uh, but in this case, I wanted it to be a scenario where I knew people were buying the book, and as people buy the book, I get an email saying, "Hey, this book was purchased," and then the email to which the ebook was sent. Now, I chose the ebook process fairly simply because I I wanted an opportunity for people to use today's technology for these to become reference books so they can be on your phone. So if you have a difficult discussion that you need to discuss with an employee, the book I have on also on this Buy Me a Coffee site, the workbook for the information or the interpersonal communication leadership course, that workbook is also on this website. And you have that on your phone, and you can actually look down and look up the chapter that says, here is a difficult discussion. Okay. How to handle it, what to do with it. And it gives you a chance to plan it before you go into it, which is going to make you so much more successful down the road. Eventually, this will become second nature to you, but in the meantime, you have uh, the Renaissance Leadership Odyssey, the workbook from the ICLC course, and another communication book I designed primarily for small and medium sized business, but works for everybody. Big business actually works for any interpersonal communication situation, family, friends, organizations, whatever it may be. So these are references. The other reason I chose an electronic book is because it allows me to put a link in so that you can go directly to the positive intelligence resource where you can actually take a free assessment of your positive intelligence, your PQ assessment. Uh, and it also allows you links to things like a video that explains the model of what happens when two people are talking to each other, because most people really don't understand the complexity of that. And so these links, and then in the back of the book where I have references, you actually can go look up all these references, and it's all there on your phone. You can carry it. It's a digital library. You can actually go to my YouTube channel and pull up any video that I do that you want to watch and go back to, and I normally do those in the description section. I divide those into chapters so you don't have to go through the whole video to try to find something you're interested in. You can just go down and pick the chapter out and go right to it. So that's my goal. The reason things are put into electronic format is to provide you a digital reference library so you can have it right there with you. Uh, so on the Buy Me a Coffee in the shop, you will find the books, and it allows me to price them. So you put them on Amazon or Apple, they want it priced up to paid, particularly one that's not reasonable in my mind. And so I picked something I thought would be a good value for people. A price range would be good value for people. And the books are available. You purchase them right there. Once you go in, you go through an easy process. It uses all the major credit cards, and you can just purchase the books there on the deal. You can also tells me who's purchasing them, so I can say thank you and ask you to please email me back if you like the book. Tell me you like the book and what you like about it. Email it back to me. That's helpful for me in terms of providing other people information about the book. Uh, so it's kind of a review process. The so this is all there. I wanted you to be aware of this. Also, the Buy Me a Coffee allows you to donate. There's a section where you can donate a coffee. You can do 5, 10, 15, $25, whatever you want. If you feel like the stuff I'm posting for you, if you follow me, if you feel like the stuff I'm posting for you is valuable to you, it's beneficial to you, then that helps me stay online. It helps me with my Wi-Fi and the platforms I have to buy every month in order uh, to produce and put valuable information out to you, or to be able to meet with you and chat for 1 or 2 hours and answer some questions you have and not have to charge you a consulting fee for that chat. I'm trying not to stay into a charge world. I'm trying to now in my retirement as I'm developing a knowledge-based format to things for people to learn and grow from based on my experience and what I see how that is relating as an expert in leadership, how that's relating to today. I want to be able to help people improve in that area. The Buy Me a Coffee format is primarily a way for you to just say thanks. Yeah, here's a couple bucks for whatever it is, whatever you can afford, whatever you think the value of it is. If you think it's nothing, don't do it. Uh, but it helps me. It helps me sustain and cover some of the pretty significant costs I have every month, staying on the air, trying to help people, trying to meet with people, things like that. So, just some information to let you know that's what's going on. Thanks for your comments. Thanks for your reviews. Thank you for all of the dialogue you provide for me. It's important. I think probably going forward, communication is going to play an extremely significant role. The one thing that we missed, by the way, in Renaissance Leadership Odyssey, for 4 decades, we have never spent time helping leaders understand themselves well enough to decide whether leadership is really the path that they want to go down. So that's gonna help resolve a lot of hires that were misplacements in the future for companies. So, till next time, hope to see you in the LinkedIn chats the Facebook chats, and I hope you please leave some reviews and stuff as you go through the videos, and let me know the kinds of things that you need help with. That's important to me. You have a great day.